What can we change about what we do in our team to get better results for the clients and for coalition? So we already know that what we do in our team to get better results for the client and for coalition. So uh, we already know that. Okay, I'm getting my echo back. I don't know why. Okay. So
Are you on YouTube?
yes. So
Yeah, mute YouTube. Sorry for the banging, guys. That's why Iconic is leading this one. There's some construction in
yeah.
my house, so if you hear I'll be on mute most of the time.
Okay. Yeah. I got what I was doing. So okay. So we already know that we have gone through so much of changes in last 2 or 3 months, but and we can say that we still are seeing number of changes going on. But I would like to have your opinions and your thoughts on some changes that you people think would be best. So can anyone start with what you guys think about this? Anyone have some thoughts on it?
Yeah,
Well,
something just small to start us out with. I think just more communication across the team, personal communication. I know we have the Basecamp threads, but sometimes it's just better to directly message somebody. I know that helps me jump to task quickly and get feedback or to do a task quicker, just because it's more noticeable like that way, I guess.
True. I mean, yes, we have discussed that topic so many times that personal communication is so important. And obviously now because we are not working solely for a single team, but we together as we all working as a single team, not for I mean a single team. We are working as a single team as a whole. So basically, yes, it is very very important this time to have better communication, and not just in our team, but also the inter department communication is also required. So yeah, I mean, this has been discussed so many times that if you suppose your task is getting delayed because of some reason, or maybe DPs are not responding, you can go to the hangout and chat with them and let them know that this task is getting delayed. If you can update that, that is really appreciated. And obviously, also in your team also, if anyone of you, I mean, find this, or if anyone of you want some help from some other person, obviously go to the hangout and chat with that person. And I mean, obviously this interpersonal communication and interdepartmental communication is so much important that that will help us a lot in I mean, obviously in our daily task. So yeah, that is the one thing that should be done.
yeah, that's a really good point, and especially now that we've had a big change in the team structure, wherein there's going to be a lot more inter-team relations, and not just people within the team working with each other. Yeah, people will have to work with other members from other teams, solely because they are collaborating more on the same client. So yeah, that's a hopefully that's something we'll see much more now that we're no longer just working solely on within each other team's clients, and yeah, there's a lot more. Uh, inter-team mingling, being have to since we have to work on the same clients.
Yes, and now because team leads are basically not working with some set of people, but they are working with a complete tech team. So it's not that Sanjeev is already talking to Rohit or Deepak. He also need to talk to Vijendra, or he also need to talk to maybe Janalin to get the task done. So obviously, it will be more in this team structure that we just rolled out. And yes, and for the interdepartmental, I mean, for talking about interdepartment communication, we have to be vocal on that. I mean, we have to take the initiative. If you want something to be clear from DP side and they are not responding on time, obviously we need to talk to them directly. And obviously we used to have so many emails from Joel and Jordan on regular basis, and they want our thoughts and our ideas. And that is I think the best place to show, I mean, to talk to the people and come into the communication. So yeah, I mean, I personally feel, and we are going towards that scenario where communication would be, I mean, inter-team communication and departmental communication would be more. Yeah, I mean, that is obviously a great point. Anyone else have some ideas?
Hey, Kanika, it's Eric. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, yeah, I just want to give or offer the tip to when you can, it's good that you can communicate within your own teams, your original teams, because you might just know everyone's schedule better. But when you're interfacing with other analysts and other DPs, for example, I sometimes look at the calendar, and then I can sort of plan. Should I chat them now, or should I send an email? Should I schedule a meeting? But when I know all this information, then I know that I'm not interrupting them, and I can get a better response. And sometimes you just don't be afraid to send a G-chat. Sometimes the Basecamp updates and emails get lost. So you gotta get a good feel for how everyone works. Sometimes you need to send that G-chat. So it's good to factor in as much information as you know, and it'll come in time. But we'll all get there.
I got your point. Yes, it's good if you check the calendar for the people and you do not want to interrupt them in between their meetings. But sometimes it's required, like it's something that is very urgent and important. So maybe one of the DP from a project comes in and chat with you. So it's good if you open a group chat with the DPs, and see if another DP is able to answer your question. So that could be done. And if you are checking the calendar to make sure that people don't get interrupted, that is also a good idea. So yeah, I mean, it depends upon maybe case to case basis. If you have something urgent that needs urgent fix, maybe an urgent fix. So yeah, I mean, chatting in a group is not a bad idea. But if you can wait for a while, then yeah, I mean, you can email or you can G chat later on with those people. So yeah, anyone else want to, I mean, maybe I think Sanjeev had some thought and he was speaking, but
I was about to mention about the results. So we are talking about when we say results, we are talking about the client results. But there are also some small type of results, since we have the new process there. So in order to get things done for the clients and working on the task efficiently, And obviously, we do have the objective KPI as well for the team members. In order to like accomplish that for them, that is also like kind of a result for us. I mean, a small type of result. Uh, so since this is the first month for it, let's see how it goes. I hope like it will going to help us further improve on the results with this new process.
Yeah, I mean, the changes are still going on. So what we are doing this time is we are taking feedbacks from obviously the team members and the team leads, and we are actually working in the area to I mean to do some more changes according to what you people think. I mean, we are just collecting the thought process this time, and we would be having a next discussion with obviously with all the management, and then obviously what you people think matters a lot, and that is the reason we are taking regular feedbacks from you people, and then we would be able to do some more changes that suits this process, basically to fine tune this process obviously. um, so I mean, for the success of this process, and obviously for the, I mean, we are thinking of changes to get implemented so that we get good results for our client. So obviously we are in process of taking the feedbacks from you people so that we can implement some more positive changes in this new process to get more results out of that. And again, there are some questions that comes up from team leads and obviously the team members. We are trying to resolve those questions and issues, and obviously there are more concerns like, if we stick to a single process or we will be rotating to other processes as well. So we are also working in that area. We are also working in the area of creating some workflows, some new workflows of some I mean obviously some new workflows to add into Romi, and then you people can go there anytime and take those lessons and maybe implement those things in new, I mean, in this new process. So obviously there would be more learning, there would be more sessions, there would be more roaming trainings coming up. So changes would, I mean, we are in process of doing some more changes, but those would be in positive, I mean obviously to enhance that process, and obviously to give, I mean, more boost to this. So yeah, any other person want to talk about any idea or thoughts to improve client result, or any changes that you people might think that might be very very positive for us? I really appreciate if some new people come in, new hires like Kanupriya, maybe Sarita, maybe Suresh. You people might have some ideas because you are new, but basically you have spent that much time that you can think of some new things for us. No one?
I would like to talk about something. Maybe it has been
Okay.
covered, but I'm not sure because I didn't get it. So this is going to be specific with some task, like let's say it's CRO. I've been working in CRO team, and I've been noticing that we have been assigned to specify some specified clients, and we are working on that. I'm not sure if this is going to be changed in future, like after 3 months, if we're going to do the CRO analysis again for the same client. Am I going to be, I mean, is the SEO tech going to be the same who have done that 3 months ago, or is that going to be another one? Because I think there should be another person, because everyone got an like different eye. I am going to do share analysis with my own experience, and I do have some like uh, s- particular set of things to check in a CRO analysis when we are doing that for a website. Obviously, I'm going to do the same maybe in the after next 3 months. Maybe I've got no updates on such thing. So there should be like something if I'm doing the CR analysis for Harmonic Incorporation now. After 3 months, if there is another CR analysis for the same website, SEO tech should be changed. And one more thing I was thinking about that since this new changes has been rolled out, like it was first June and then now it's 15 after 15 days. I've been noticing that we are just working. I do have a group chat of a CRO team, but we guys are not communicating each other about new things. We are only communicating about to each other about if I got a question of, while working on some kind of task, and I think the team member can help me. But there must be a system like on the weekend we can have a 30-minute group call to talk about new experiences that we've been facing around in the past week. And if we got something new, if I got something new I want to share with my team, I would specifically talk about it, and we'll just think about it, like if this can be added into our template, if that template is specified just like we got for just desktop CR analysis.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, most of the people have this question in mind that if we are going to do the same thing after 3 months or not. So basically, we are actually working on that, and we have not decided what to do next. But obviously, this process is very early phase. So yeah, obviously, this is something in our mind, but we that is very early to say about this. But yes, obviously, we are working on that, and we would get you an update on this. What changes we are going to do in future for basically shifting or rotating people between the task or maybe between the clients. So yeah, this is something in process. And the second thing that you talk about, like discussing about your specialization. So yeah, basically I made those groups because of that purpose only. So if we have a CRO group and we are discussing something related to CRO in that group, that is the basic reason we have created that group. And obviously, in going forward, we would be having a call group wise, obviously. So if you are in a CRO group and I would be leading the CRO group, so I would be arranging the call with you guys to discuss if there are some more thoughts that you can give us to change those documents, or maybe to I mean make those documents more clear to the people. So yeah, I mean, this is also in process, but obviously, I mean, um, the calls is would be the part of the group. So moving forward, I discussed that with Rabika yesterday as well. So yeah, I mean, moving forward we would be having a calls on that, but need to check because this time every tech, I mean, they are all of you guys are busy in strategy meetings. So I do not want to, I mean, overload you with the meetings this time. So that's why I and we decided not to do much calls. So yeah, I mean, it's a very early phase and let the process implement it completely. I mean, we would be able to have calls on group by group basis. So yeah, I mean, that is also in the process. Christian, do you have anything to speak about this?
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of these ideas have been mentioned by either from the text or discussed between me and Kanika and Rebecca, and we are going to be implementing them as we progress in figuring out how to completely take advantage of this new structure that we have. Uh, I will have to ask for some more patience from you guys if there are a lot of things that are still missing. Uh, One of the things that Joel wanted us to have this thing implemented as soon as possible. That's why we just went ahead and implemented it in its very early phase. We've had this idea since early this year. Sometime in January, it was conceptualized, and it took us this long before we can actually implement it because we were trying to figure everything out as much as possible. But Joel wanted to, have it rolled out, even if it's at the early phase, and then from there we'll figure out everything that we need to change and fix as we work on having it. This first month is pretty much going to be mostly seeing what we need to fix and improve, and then also see what other improvements we have for the future. Like for example, figure out a way to rotate shifts on specializations, getting people trained on those specializations, having all of the workflows available, and coming up with new materials. So yeah, like Kanika said, all of this is in the process, but it's not going to be something that we can produce overnight. We will have to work on what we have right now, and then keep improving it. Keep giving us feedback. In the past couple of weeks since we implemented this, a lot of techs have approached me and Kanika on things that we can improve, and we have added those gradually into the process. You saw that we've added a lot of new stuff in the KPIs. In Sport Tasks, I'm currently working on improving the checklist so that it reflects our new structure. So yeah, we are doing all of these. It is a bit slow, but all I can ask is for patience from you guys as we implement this and figure out everything that we need to do to make this a successful new structure.
Yeah, thank you, Christian. Anyone else have some thoughts on it?
Yeah, I do. In fact, I remember, in some previous meetings with Joel that uh, the documentation that we do have, like in Romy and in the Operations Bible, these are what he said, living documents, and he expects changes and improvements over time. So even the process of improving and updating these primary sources of our workflows, I think we're also fine tuning that as well. But maybe we can suggest something like keeping separate or a centralized place for just to record everyone's concerns. The way I'm handling it now, like within my team, is as soon as I have an issue or one of my team members has an issue, I quickly update my one-on-one documentation for that analyst, and then at least it doesn't fall through the cracks, and we can talk about it, and then we can figure out ways how to implement changes. So we have in our sheets official SEO docs. Maybe we have official sheets in place for the different focus group, task group.
I actually like that idea. I really like that idea. Since we already have a tech spreadsheet, let's just make a spreadsheet in that existing spreadsheet, and anybody can put in stuff that they want to point out that we want to change. Put them there, and you can use comments so that it gets assigned to either team leads or the managers. That way, it'll get our attention when you put something in there. And yeah, we can use that. That way, like what Eric said, things that are suggested and mentioned don't fall through the cracks of our day-to-day tasks. But yeah, that's a really good point. Sometimes we just get too busy that even though someone does give us a good ideas, as we go through our weeks, our days, we tend to forget that we need to follow up on something or talk to somebody about something. So yeah, let's make that spreadsheet. It'll be accessible in the uh, text spreadsheet. It'll have, we'll probably put it next to the, let me check the spreadsheet actually. Uh, where is that spreadsheet? Ah, there it is. All right, we'll make a tab for it, and then I'll have it linked somewhere in the SEO team docs column. That way, anybody can access it quickly and find it, and post anything that they want to talk about, and put it in there. That also other team members would be able to see it. If they have the same concern, they can uh, one up the concern, and that way we know who who are all the techs that are have the same idea, and if it's something that everybody thinks should be done right away, we can push for it to be done. We can evaluate it and figure out the best way to implement it.
Okay, so Eric, thank you for that idea, and thank you, Christian, for doing that. Um, Anyone have some more ideas to put in? You can also write in the note document that we shared. Or anyone wants to jump in and say something and share your thoughts.
I just want to say that I'm not getting the enough training about the allocated tasks because I'm just following the workflows which are meant. But to get the better understanding, there should be master call training from other techs to make me understand all the process. Just following the workflows is not enough for me, I guess. It's so early to say this, but that's what my outlook right now. That I want more call on trainings than just following the workflows for doing any task.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, basically, yep. So okay, workflows are basically to help you to do the task. But yeah, if you feel that you need a training on that, you can talk to your team lead, or you can chat me in, or Christine, if you feel that you need a training on a particular task, just talk to your team lead first, and then talk to us, and we would be able to give you that. I mean, um, obviously
Okay.
workflows are something that could help you anytime, and you can go through those workflows whenever needed. So yeah, those are created for that purpose. But yes, if you really feel that you need a manual training on that particular task, just talk to your team lead, and that would be done.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, anytime you have a concern that, especially for training sessions, you can always talk to your team lead. If they're not able to attend to your needs right away, you can always chat me or Kanika. Will be available for any training that you need. So yeah, your team leads are there. We're here for you for any of the training needs that you have.
Okay, so anyone else have some ideas, or we can just close this meeting, or you can put in your ideas in the meeting document if you want. So yeah, I mean, obviously we are in a phase where we have implemented some changes recently, and we are going to fine tune those changes. And I mean, and we are in process of implementing some more changes, including some more lessons in Romi, and obviously editing the previous workflows. So yeah, these processes are in, I mean, these changes are in process, and we are going to implement those changes, and we are going to take, I mean, considering your feedbacks as well in the new process. And yeah, I mean, these things are going on. And obviously, I mean, whatever we have discussed in this meeting, we would be considering in while implementing the new changes. So yes, if any one of you have some more ideas, you can go to the document and add there. So yep, uh, are we good to close this meeting, Kristen?
Yeah, it's pretty much time for the office to close anyway. So yeah, we're in good time. Thank you everybody for your ideas, your comments, and everything that you brought to the meeting. And yeah, let's have a good weekend. See you on Monday.
Yep, have a great weekend, everyone.
Thanks, Kanika, Christian. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.
So,
Guys, post your ideas.